My name is Kayode Fayemi.
It was the Nobel laureate, Professor Wole Soyinka, who said, "You must set forth at dawn," the title of his memoirs published in 2007. And so, in Ekiti State, Governor Kayode Fayemi set forth early to continue the process of governance in 2022. First was his annual unscheduled visit to MDAs to motivate them in the new year, and then an inspection of some ongoing projects in the state, as well as an interactive forum with senior civil servants. This is Ekiti on the Move. I am Tunji Saliu. Let's now have our quick takes. It was early to work in Ekiti State as the second day of the working week in the year witnessed Governor Kayode Fayemi going around some ministries, departments and agencies to interact with workers right in their offices.
Some of the offices visited were the Ministries of Information and Values Orientation, Women Affairs, Education, Science and Technology, Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Pension Commission, Ministry of Land and Housing, among others.
Well, your PS is saying you need more space here. No, this is not bad. Your space is okay.
Governor Fayemi encouraged the workers to work smarter with the aid of technology, adding that one of the fallouts of COVID-19 pandemic is people working virtually from home to decongest the workplace.
Nǹkan tí mo tún ṣe àbẹ̀wò fún láàárọ̀ yìí náà ni láti lè rí pé ibi tí àwọn èèyàn wa, àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba ti ń ṣiṣẹ́, kò ní fa wàhálà fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́. Kí n sì tó wá rí wọn láàárọ̀ yìí, mo ti rí gbogbo àwọn àgbà àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba tí wọ́n ṣe aṣojú wọn nínú àwọn labour, alága NLC o, alága TUC o, alága GNC, àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta láti jọ fi kòlókò tó ti fi nǹkan tó jẹ́ ẹ̀dùn ọkàn hàn mí. Táwọn náà dẹ̀ ti dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo akitiyan tí ìjọba ń ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba. Ìyẹn náà wà lára nǹkan tí mo ní kí n yọjú sí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba fún, kí n kí akọ̀wé àgbà àti gbogbo àwọn alákòóso gbogbo ministry wa àtàwọn permanent secretary wa fún iṣẹ́ ribiribi tí wọ́n ń ṣe láti lè jẹ́ kí Èkìtì tẹ̀síwájú.
The visit, which, according to Governor Fayemi, was meant to felicitate with the workers in the new year and to pay attention to issues that can serve as challenges to their performances in 2022, saw the distribution of new office furniture to government officials to ensure their comfortability. It would be recalled that 2 giant secretariat complexes were inaugurated in October 2020 to create more office accommodation for the workers. As part of this continued New Year interaction with civil servants in the state, Governor Fayemi also had a get-together with senior civil servants in the caliber of permanent secretaries, executive secretaries, and general managers.
The governor always acknowledges the contributions of civil servants, retired and serving, to the development of Ekiti State. He believes, and rightly so, that the administration's landmark achievements, as captured under its 5-point agenda, could not have been possible without the input of civil servants. Second, this is a good forum for us to meet with the governor and rub minds in a relaxing atmosphere on strategies for consolidating the gains of the last 3 years. This program will further enhance the warm comradeship and unity among the leadership. I am proud to say that there is a high synergy among the civil service leadership, and they have led responsibly in their various ministries, departments, and agencies. Our success as civil service leaders flows from and reflects the transformative leadership of Governor Kayode Fayemi administration. I hope that the time we are spending here today will be refreshing and worthwhile, and it should inspire us to have ideas that will make us work harder and smarter for effective service delivery.
Here, Mr. Governor paid glowing tributes to the state civil service, describing it as the best in the country.
We have some of the most qualified, some of the most dedicated civil servants in the country, and we can be leaders in a variety of fields. The stability of the civil service in the last 3.5 years is remarkable, and I mean that is something that I must commend the head of service for, and those of you who are in the leadership of the various ministries.
He again called the attention of the senior civil servants to the importance of digitization of processes and services of government.
Let me stress that point about working smart. Our leadership in the civil service and in the public service in general must look at this area, and we also must work with you, particularly in providing the necessary tools for you to be able to work virtually and work smartly, because that is where the service is going. It's not bricks and mortar. Yes, we will keep building and renovating and providing furniture and doing everything that will enable you to do your work from offices. But one thing that COVID has done for all of us, we've held Expo now for 2 years, if not more. And we hardly miss Expo any week. And we've done it virtually. Maybe we've had 2 or 3 Expo meetings physically. And there's a lot more that can be done with digitization of your record. I think this is an area we need to pay particular attention, head of service, and whatever we need to do to support that process, we will do that. But we need to move with the modern times and improve the accessibility of our workers to the information technology world. And I believe Ekiti can be a model. Ekiti can be a first of the line in this area if we pay serious attention to it.
Governor Fayemi reminded the top guns of the extant rules of the civil service regarding partisan politics, assuring them that he won't be a lame duck governor, even as electioneering activities set in, but will work to the last day in office to deliver on promises to the people and finish strong his second term in office. Highlights of the interaction is the presentation of medical kits to the civil servants.
Listening to our body and doing things that are expected of us. I'm sure there are senior civil servants in the room who have not checked their blood pressure in the last 1 year. They may not admit it, but I recall a time, I think it's either early in this term of office or in my last term of office, JKF1, Dr. Lomojobi will remember this, when I said they should go around and do this. And some of the figures that some of our civil servants are returning, they are just living dead. And it's incredible that they're still walking around with the kind of blood pressure results that some came up with. So I think this is an area that we need to encourage ourselves on the wellness and well-being of our leaders, so that we can then do same to those who are our subordinates in the various places of responsibilities that we have. Finally, on the note of the health check that I said, I got some things and I'm serious about it. I told head of service when she was planning this that one thing I want to do is personally hand over a BP monitor to every senior civil servant. And I hope my monitors are here, and I will make a symbolic presentation of a few of them, and then the rest of you will take one home.
We're either beneficiaries or otherwise of government. I want to thank you for your humane leadership. I want to thank you for giving us the place of honor in public service.
With interactions with those who make things happen in government, that is, the civil service done with, it is time to focus on ongoing projects in the state. Governor Fayemi took time out to visit 2 of the projects to see the progress so far.
The first port of call was the Nigerian Erosion and Watershed Management Project New Map sponsored channelization and erosion control sites around Ikere-Ekiti in the South Senatorial District. They include the channelization of Aya 1 and 2 gully erosion control work in different parts of Ikere, including the 2.6 kilometer BC Aloba Ado-Ogbon channelization project The newly completed Ajolagun Bridge, which had cut off thousands of residents from the main town for many years, as well as Afao Oreibu Community Gully Erosion Control Project.
We are working with the consultant, with the new map and everybody.
Have we avoided all the houses? No house is affected.
We try to, even during the blasting, we still mandate to put all the safety precautions in place so that no houses were affected. If we want to keep up, locally they are
all these houses will be saved from submergence from water. We'll work till the last day in office, and whatever it takes for us to deliver on the promises we have made to our people, we will do that. This network of roads and channelization for erosion management in Ikere is just one aspect of that. If you've seen all the places we've been to, it is a network that takes care of all the flooding issues that we've been having in this large community here in Ekiti South. And I'm reasonably convinced that the contractors, different contractors are working on it, by the way, they would finish the work on time and on cost. Yes, we're mindful of the rains, but we still have quite a bit of time. You can see that by the time they link all the channelized areas and resurface the road and the drains, it should be finished by June latest, and rains will not have taken over at that time. And we need to finish this before the rains take over anyway, so that what has been experienced by this community, thousands of houses are under the threat of being submerged by water. And that's what we're trying to address here with this erosion management project.
The inspection train moved to one of the legacy projects, the State Cargo Airport, under construction. The project was flagged off in October 2019 as a flagship project meant to complement the administration's larger vision, straddling an agric processing zone, an industrial hub, and a knowledge zone.
QCM. Okay, first of all, Crestone base. Okay, cement village base. Okay, asphalt cement base. Okay, the asphalt fine layer base. And the asphalt well is 5 layers.
Cutting and filling?
Yes.
Stone base?
Yes. Cement treated the
asphalt?
No, cement civilized.
Oh, cement, concrete.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Cement,
Yeah, okay.
another asphalt, and then cement. Okay.
This is you know that one, that place. We talked with the UEM. We are going to a level and it's really.
I can tell you right now in the airport we have over 450 people employed, working. That is at the construction level. So when this airport is completed, at least it will take nothing less than 1,500 employees from Ekiti. That's the airport itself. Then when you now look at the value added, when you look at the agricultural, you know we are all agrarian people in Ekiti. And I can tell you today, when you go around Asegba or go around all the other places in Ekiti, you see a lot of food products being wasted. plantain, pineapple, people can't buy because you see them wasted on the road. But this airport is going to provide a means of connecting Ekiti to international market, to the world market. So that means that our product here in Ekiti can go everywhere in the whole world. And I can tell you before now, we already have some people who are interested in even coming to invest in farming in Ekiti so that they can use the airport to ship their product out. It's a value added. I tell you this, after this airport, Ekiti is going to be a different scenario. And I can tell you this, we are going to benefit immensely. I think the Governor Kayode Fayemi is a visionary leader. He has a good foresight. And this is a legacy project, not only for him, for the people of Ekiti. And I tell you this, it's going to bring a lot to Ekiti.
Governor Fayemi restated his commitment to completing the project and opening a new phase in the development and prosperity agenda of Ekiti people.
This project will be finished. The runway, the terminal building, the taxiway, the access roads to the airport, the control tower, everything will be ready. And they're professionals. They will not sign up to a contract if they are not sure they can finish it. And you heard what they're doing with the runway alone, which has now gone to 2.3 kilometers out of the 3.2 kilometers that we have for the runway. And this is the most critical part of the job. Every other thing will fall in place once they have completed the work on the runway. And that's really what the airport is about. An airport is the runway, the terminal building, the taxiway, the apron for the planes to maneuver and park. Outside of that, every other thing is standard. The fire bay, the fuel dump, the instrument landing system, the VOR, the meteorological center just to assess the weather. Those are, of course, ancillary items that will go complementarily. But the contractor is experienced. It is the same contractor responsible for Lagos, for Kano, for Port Harcourt, for Enugu Airport that is doing this airport. So CCECC has a track record, I believe, and they haven't disappointed us. You saw the Ado-Iyin road that they did. They were able to do it on time and on cost, and we believe they'll do the same here.
Ralph Lauren, the famous fashion designer, says, and I quote, "A leader has the vision and conviction that a dream can be achieved. He inspires the power and energy to get it done." End of quote. That's Ekiti's story under Governor Kayode Fayemi. And in the end, it shall be said that a visionary walked this land. That's the program for this week. Thanks for staying with us all through. Let's do it again next week. Remember, you can watch this episode and previous editions on our YouTube channel, Ekiti on the Move. You can also interact with us on our other social media platforms showing on your screen. Till next week, stay safe and goodbye.
Ayé ayé a ò láyé